let's just say it, you can't fix people. No matter how much you care, no matter how much you love them, no matter how clearly you can see the version of them they could be if they just changed. Trying to change someone else will never lead you to the outcome you're hoping for. What it will do, though, is slowly change you. You'll start shrinking yourself. You'll second guess your needs. You'll twist trying to say things in the right way at the right time, hoping maybe this time they'll listen. You'll pour all your energy into someone else's growth while completely forgetting about your own. And maybe you're doing it from a good place. You want to help, you want to believe in their potential, you want to hold on to the idea that they can be different. Because letting go feels like giving up on them. But the potential you see in them, that's just what you would have done if you were in their shoes. It's not a guarantee, it's not a promise, it's just your heart or your mind projecting its own values onto someone who may not share them. You're expecting them to act from your level of awareness, your level of care, your sense of urgency. But they're not you. And holding them to that standard will only keep you disappointed over and over again. How many times have you explained the same thing? How many chances have you given? How long have you been hoping for a change that never actually comes? At some point, trying to change someone becomes a way of abandoning yourself. Because while you're focused on who they could have become, you're ignoring who you are becoming in the process. Tired, frustrated, resentful, and lost in a version of a relationship that only exists in your head. And you start measuring your worth by their progress, thinking, oh, if they get better, maybe then I'll feel at peace. But you never do. Because deep down, you know the only person you have control over is you. Real change only happens when someone decides they want it. Not when you push, not when you beg. You can support, you can encourage, you can love from a distance, but you cannot do the work for them. And honestly, it's not your sole job to carry someone else's healing on your back. Yes, we have a responsibility to care for one another, in my opinion. We're not meant to walk through this life ignorant of each other's pain. Compassion and support matters. We're all connected, and it's a beautiful thing to want to lift someone up when they're struggling. But caring for someone doesn't mean sacrificing yourself in the process. It doesn't mean staying where you're being drained, disrespected, or dismissed. Because support only works when it flows both ways. And care without boundaries turns into burnout, or worse, self-abandonment. Your job is to show up for yourself too, to protect your peace, to recognize when holding on is actually holding you back, to notice when helping others is really just a way of delaying your own growth. Because the more you try to rewrite someone else's story, the more you lose touch with your own. And no, you're not a bad person for finally choosing yourself. You're not giving up on them by letting go. You're just finally telling yourself the truth. They're not ready to change. And you're not going to wait around and lose yourself trying to make them ready. Let them be who they are and choose who you want to be. Because trying to change people will only change you.